there. We are everywhere. Clap your hands together. Put them in the air. Oh man, it is good to be back. First and foremost, if y'all seen the video yesterday, I told you we had lost our game. We lost, man. We got too comfortable. We got too comfortable. I don't believe no, I did a video of what I do before the game. This is the recap of the game last night. A quick little recap. We were just going back and forth with this team. We were on their court. They were down statistically. Their best player, he was averaging maybe 17 points and 9 rebounds, and he was out with a hamstring, so he didn't play. And normally when a team that's a bottom team and they lose a player, they always seem to rally and play better. They're undersized and undermanned, but yet they're out here hooping. They had 60 points in the first half. They would not miss a three. They would not miss a three-pointer, and we ended up losing by 15. We was down by 25, almost 30. And one of my teammates, he was like, "Hey, bro, I do not want to lose by 40. Come on." I was like, "Bro, heck no, we're not going out like that. We play until the very end, until the last second." We end up cutting into the lead and end up losing by 15 points, 16, 15 points altogether. We ended up losing by 15 points altogether. But that's okay. That's just basketball sometimes. Sometimes you're going to lose. Sometimes you win, of course. As of right now, we are still currently in first. And I realized when speaking to my teammate the other day, we have still 20-something games. So we're still not even halfway through the season yet. So it's a lot to work on and keep getting better and not just get frustrated over a loss. That's a part of life. You're gonna lose sometimes. I always say sometimes you need that little setback in order to shoot you forward, to put that fire into you, to give you that burn, to give you that desire to keep pushing, to keep growing. And the coach said something. He was like, you haven't done anything. Yeah, you haven't done anything yet for you to be comfortable, for you not to have fire, for you not to have energy, for you not to go all out, because we ain't did nothing. We're 8-4, but because of the points, we are ahead of everybody, because some teams lost points. Some teams got a better record than us, but we are still ahead of them because they lost points. So every game matters in this league, literally. And it's the second round, so everybody, I think my coach said, every game is like a finals because everybody's fighting to be in the top 6 spot. As of right now, we're in the top 6, but we still got 10 more games for the second round. So that means we have to treat every game like it's very important. We have a big one coming up on Monday against a team that we lost to at their crib, but now they're coming to our crib, and we're coming off of a loss. So we have to be all the way hyped, turned up, going crazy to get our get back. To get our get back. I need it back. I need it back. Ain't nothing, and that's the thing, ain't nothing like when you come off of a L, going back into the game, because then you're going to be ready to get, I need my get back, man. I need my get back. I didn't got my head cracked. They didn't beat us, and now it's time for me to excuse me one second. Yes, sir. So, what I hate the most about building wealth, sorry about that, I had to check a message real quick. What I hate the most about building wealth is when you gotta tap into your own account. That's the biggest thing out of it all. When you have to put your little Grinch fingers inside the cookie jar and start nibbling on your proceeds. Start nibbling on your proceeds that you have been working and building towards, and now you have to use it in you have to go in there. Y'all don't mind me, man. I just woke up, man. After the game, which is crazy, so that's another thing I want to talk about. Right after the game, I didn't sleep. And I said I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep 1 second after the game. And if you guys want to check out my, if you go to my lives in the playlist on the lives, I do a segment called, I've done a video called the sleep paradox. I don't mean to get off track, but it's called the sleep paradox. And it just talks about how like you don't sleep after games, and it's weird. And it's like I wasn't so frustrated. Like normally when we lose and I didn't play well or something, I'm frustrated. I didn't sleep. I don't sleep well, but we lost, but it was just like a normal loss. It's like whatever, and you know what I mean. And it's just still, I don't get it. But I digress. Going back, why? The one thing I don't like about the most about wealth building is that I have in this stage. Let me be very clear and restate how I'm saying that in this stage of my career of my wealth building, what is difficult is when you have to tap into your own supply. Like so, in the Robinhood account, we made a play. We made a play, and we hit our target. We hit our target on the play, so we sold that play. Let's go look at the play. Let's see if we can check the play out. The Fed's cut rates, if you know what that means. The Feds did a sweep. So we played a play in Palantir and we got 44% on that, which is really good. That's really good. We was able to profit 44%. Although I think it continuously ran up. This is the one thing where like in trading, it's like, oh man, it kept going. I cut a blase. And understanding like get what you came for and go on about your business and don't always try to worry about what you didn't get and just understand what you did get out of it because it's a process building thing one at a time. You get your money, you get what you was asking for, and then you keep it pushing. Ain't no reason to be upset that you didn't get $1 million in one play yet. You're going to get that. But the goal is to stack. So on my strategy, I seen the strategy, I put it into play. It ended up turning out very well. We ended up profiting 44% on that play, which is good. To keep it in basic math terms, if you have spent $1,000 on the contract and it went up 44%, you made $444. So we made that on that play. However, due to, first of all, it's end of the year, so I had to buy a flight back home to go see my daughter. Of course, that's the most important thing. I have to buy some shoes. I bought like 4 pairs of shoes, some Kobe's that I direly need because both of my shoes are like starting to rip and break open and are not going to last. So I'm ordering from China like 4 pairs of Kobe's, the Jalen Brunson joints, the EYBL. I'm getting another pair of those. They were so fire. Some baby light blue 6s and another pair. I can't remember the other pair, but I hit my homeboy up. I was like, yo, can you get these for me? He was like, no, all these are exclusive. I can't get those. Those are too exclusive. I said, don't worry. Let me hit my China plug up. Hey, you can get all 4 of these? Yes. I'll get you all 4 for the low. And I'm like, dang. Run that. I need that by the end of the week. Send that to Ann. Gonna send it straight to the crib. Come on, my boy. I need that. So dipping into your stash. That's the issue. Dipping into your stash is where things go wrong. But with all in justification, because for one, if you don't have your correct money management strategy down, that's a strategy, managing your money. If you don't have that down, all these other stuff are not going to be able to take care of themselves. Like, I've been working to grow my account and grow my accounts in my investment account, like to get the 6 figures in my investment account. And once you start thinking about where you're going to get this money from to be able to do that, I make a certain amount monthly from basketball. I'm gonna tell you right now, what I'm making from basketball in this country and specifically is because it's different, because you have to spend way more to eat and live. What I'm spending here compared to other countries is like double, triple almost, just in food and things like that. Just because it's drastically expensive. I say it too much. However, that's why I have my own strategy that I'm showing you guys step by step, building this account up to, we say we're gonna get this Robinhood account up to 100K. So far we made a play, did pretty good on the play, but now I have to go in and take some of that bread out. I have to take some of that bread out. And why? Because it's the end of the year. I have to pay for flights to go back home. I have to get my daughters presents and stuff like that. I gotta get my shoes. I gotta just re-up on a whole bunch of things when I'm going back home. And it's the end of the month. So that normally puts you in a tricky situation when it's the end of the month. You know what I mean? Because end of the month and it's holiday time. That's when the most spending is done anyways, just in general. So the goal is to build yourself up to where you don't have to keep sticking your hand in the cookie jar, because if you keep chipping away, it's never going to grow. I do believe once I get past this point, the end of the year, things are going to be different. I can be able to stack more and proceed more and put more into my accounts because I don't have all this other overhead. But that is a part of the journey that happens a lot of times, is you're going to have to you're going to have to stick your fingers inside of your cookie jar and take some of your cash out. And that's exactly what I didn't want to. I did that before, but not in my main account. This is in my account that I'm growing, and it's just a part of the journey sometimes. Sometimes it's going to be, it's needed. You still have to live. So part of the strategy, your money management strategy, is having money on the side for emergencies. This is a part of my emergency money, part of my living money. I have money onto the side and what I used to live, and there's money that I have for everything. So it's for life. It's for life as well. It's like you have to continuously be doing something to make extra money. Like, that's my side job on this job. This is the career. That's another part of the career, and this is another side hustle with the 2 careers that I'm building on top of that in order to, manage and grow all this. Because the money that I make there, I use to pay for the subscriptions. I pay to edit clips. I pay someone now to make my videos, my podcast clips, and edit those up. Those, like that extra bread, once you have to invest into whatever you're doing, investing into that, investing into subscriptions. I probably pay $200-300 a month just in subscriptions from different platforms, from things that's fine. That's help building everything. And even going home, and because what else am I using the money for? I have money set out, so then part of my check, my money is set out. This is going here. This is going to my daughter's investment account. This is going into my investment account. This is going into my Roth IRA. This is going towards my tithes, which is like what I give out each month. This is going towards what I have to pay off and pay back to certain people or things that are very important. This is how much I got to just live off of and use for the time being in order to manage. And that's just where I'm at right in this process. And I don't want to put my hand in there and take out some bread, because I'm using that money to grow in the future, to grow the account. But sometimes life happens. There's an audio that I had bought a couple years ago, and it was talking about wealth building. A guy that I follow, Myron Golden, he's talking about wealth building, and he was just like, along the journey, things are going to happen. You're going to make progress, and then something is going to happen, and take it all the way or knock you far back. But that's normal. That's just a part of the journey. That's just where you just haven't reached that. You haven't reached that criteria yet. And even if you reach, it's like you have to protect yourself from yourself in these situations. For instance, in my trading, I have a risk. I have a risk that I'm willing to lose in order to gain. I have a risk of whenever I trade, I have to lock myself out after one trade, so I don't revenge trade, so I don't continue trading, so I don't do all these things. But I'm out, I'm done. These protect me from myself, from my own emotions, from my own bad decisions. Because we're humans, we're emotional. We're gonna do things. We're gonna just be upset one day and do something dumb, But if we have to have things in order in place to protect us from ourselves, and that's what, like how I view my trading. Exactly how I view my life. It's like you got to have that risk assessment. You got to have that set up. You got to have money management. You got to know, okay, I'm not going to do more than this. I'm going to manage my money because it allows me to grow. It allows me to continue on the journey, because if I abandon all the rules, if I don't follow none of the rules, then I won't even have anything I can't play the game. I can't play the game. You have to be able to still play the game. You have to know how to build your wealth. You have to know what to do with your wealth. You have to know where to put the money. You have to know what you have to be doing all these things at the same time and building up to that. So you don't have to be in these situations, because life is going to happen. Yes, I have to tap into it, but guess what? I've already learned the skill. I just made 44% on one trade. So you know what? I can easily make another trade if I see a good opportunity. We make another 44%, another 35, 40% on another play. Now you're up to an extra 1,000, and that starts knocking off some other bills or knocking off some other things that you can take off. Like I use trading to, okay, I got this bill, I got this deal, I got this bill, or not bill, or I got to pay this off, or I owe this, or something, whatever. Let me put in a play that's making money that allows me to take care of this, so I don't have to touch my main account, my main check, and I can use that for other more important investments to live. One to live, one to grow. It's like having two jobs. One to live, one to grow. My basketball has made, majority of my money is, I think about 35% of it to 40%. How much is that? 40%? About 40% of my money is invested. Off rip. 40% of my check is going here. Long term, building my financial house. I don't care about the rest of the parts of life. This, I do not touch it. Remember I said years ago, or a couple years ago when I first started, I had to touch it. I grew it up to about 4,000 in my investment, and then I had to go in there and I had to sell like 2,500. Or I had to sell like $1,200, $1,500 worth because of life. However, the good thing about it all is that you are able to have something that has grown that can help you out in life. That's the whole point. And the whole point of me growing this bread and this money is to leave for generations to generations. So we're not, my daughter, her kids don't have to start from, okay, what do I need to do in order to be successful? You know what? I'm going to leave a blueprint. I'm going to leave a stepping stool, so you ain't got to start from underneath the house. You could stand, you know what I'm saying? You could stand up on something that's going to help you see where you need to go. But a lot of times, I can't see, you ain't got nothing to stand on. Oh, well, you need to do this and do that. Okay, well, it's my time to change and put us in a position. That's how you got to look at it for yourself, for you and your family. Put yourself in a position to be able to be that change in your family that you need. These things are going to happen. Be glad you are on the journey and have the vision and the wisdom and the fortitude and the will and the desire to be able to fight mentally, strategically, for a system and a plan that helps you grow your wealth and build wealth. That's all we got for today's video, man. I love y'all. I'll see y'all again back here tomorrow on the off day, shorty. I'm out.